And welcome to your weekly tarot forecast for the week of May 11th, guys. Now, this is for Virgo, Sun, Moon, or Rising, so please be sure to check all three, especially the rising sign. And if this is your first time watching me, thank you. I hope this serves you. All right, Virgos, let's get started. Ground out. Goddess energy of Virgo for the week of May 11th. And a theme for the week, please. Whew. Okay, here we go, Virgo. The Decision card, the World, the Magician, Nine of Wands, Four of Swords, the Divine Guidance card, the Moon, Ten of Coins, King of Swords, and the theme is the Wheel. We have a lot of major arcanas this week for you, Virgo. Let's do this. This is not a bad thing. People are always like, ooh, whenever that happens. When major arcanas come up, they're for you and for you specifically. They're huge turns in your life. Now, there's something this week where you're going to be facing a decision that you've been procrastinating on, mostly because you're afraid. It's because you're afraid, but you have to understand here, when you have the World on top of it, it's done, Virgo. I'm going to be the straight shooter, okay? I'm going to be the straight shooter. I'm not going to tiptoe. Something's done. It's ran its course. It's ran its cycle. It's served its purpose. Thank it. Be appreciative for it. But it is done. And it's time to move forward in a healthier creation. Sometimes people or circumstances or experiences come in, yes, to teach us what we want, but also what we don't want. That we're good people and that we deserve more. Okay? And you kind of like procrastinating or being in limbo is very toxic. It's very toxic for you. You might feel it in your body, like yucky, lethargic, heavy, headache, sleepy, all that jazz. You're just lacking confidence. You're just lacking confidence. The thing is, and I'm going to give you the warning, this is not a scary reading, so please don't be afraid. But whenever we're guided to do something, and you know exactly what I'm talking about, but we resist it, what happens? It gets worse. And it gets worse, and it gets worse and worse until we have no choice. Like that crappy job we know we should quit, but we're comfortable and it's a steady income. What happens? It gets worse. The culture gets, abusive. Till finally you're like, screw it. It's not even worth it. But you knew that 6 months ago. You know what I'm saying? You're just out of fear. So they understand. The Magician and the Nine of Wands. What you're trying to do, this is going to be a walk of faith. I'm going to just be straight up. When you have the Nine of Wands, Virgo, it's darkest before the dawn. You must stay determined. You must keep walking forward in the face of all adversity. And because the Magician is saying you're in a window of creation, of successful new beginnings. But if you don't let go, if you don't make a freaking decision, what are you telling the universe? That this crappy thing that I know I should let go of is what I want. Because actions speak louder than any affirmation or vision board you attempt to put up in your room. I know, because I teach it. Because action is intention, emotion, and vision in movement. It trumps all of them. Right? That's why people can say, I want to manifest my perfect wife or my perfect husband, but they keep picking fuckboys, pardon my French, right? So what happens? You keep getting those because that is a reflection of how you value yourself, and the universe will always give you your dominant vibration. Okay, Four of Swords, guys. This is not a time to overthink. This is a time for you to sleep better, meditate, pray, because when we're nervous and scared, and trust me, Virgo, I know we've all been there, right? We don't think clearly. We are reacting, not responding. So pause, sleep on things, ground out, get centered, and then move. The Divine Guidance card, for some of you guys, that's a professional card. That's seeking out professionals' help, support. This can be a therapist, a life coach, a shaman, a wise one. It could be an elder. It could be your grandparent. Anybody who is objective, number one, but has the wisdom and experience or knowledge to kind of inform you. So this is not like your bestie, your contemporary. This is someone who's going to help give you answers by, putting things in different angles and giving you an alternative approach. And that really does care about you. They're not self-invested in this. The Moon. And the reason being is because of the fears. Now, I'm going to give you heads up, Virgo. Yes, I know you're nervous and you're lacking confidence. And remember that little example I gave earlier, whenever you don't let go, things get worse? Well, that's how it goes, right? It's going to get worse. The moon is secrets coming up, having to face your fears in a way that's a lot more in your face. And that's not a bad thing. The universe it loves you unconditionally. This is your higher self trying to teach you a lesson. But when the moon comes up, it's also an opportunity. It's an opportunity to improve your plans. It's an opportunity to connect with your intuition and to follow your higher guidance. Now you have the 10 of coins with the King of Swords at the very, very end. So I think for some of you too, I always tell people, if you follow me long enough, your emotional world will always mirror your financial, professional world, because it has to do with self-worth or worth. Whether it's financial worth or self-worth, the universe just hears worth, right? So when you make decisions that are reflective of your value of yourself, that I deserve better, I am worthy of more, I'm worthy of respect, I am worthy, it automatically lifts your financial world. You have the 10 of coins. You guys are scared of making this decision, but let me tell you what's going to happen. If you do that, not only will it be replaced with something better, your finances are going to go up, your stability, your home, your grounding. Maybe you're afraid if I move out, can I afford a place of my own? If I quit that job, can I afford that house? Can I pay these? You will. You will. The 10 of coins is all about stability, financial success, security in the home, in the family, in the ground. You're safe. They're telling you you're going to be safe. Those you love are going to be safe. You're going to be taken care of. You're not going to lack. Then you have the King of Swords. Once you do this, you're going to finally step into this place of mastery when it comes to being emotionally and mentally balanced, being able to speak with authority and professionalism and a brilliant mind, to be able to communicate yourself in a way that shows your integrity. The theme of the week is the Wheel. Such a fortuitous card. The Wheel of Fortune. So yeah, change is coming, and it's coming in very suddenly. But don't let sudden, think of a Band-Aid. Wouldn't you rather just rip it than slowly pull that? It's painful, right? The wheel is, it's like kind of, tick, 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 tick. You're moving in a beautiful new direction. And what's awesome about the wheel is that not only is it a new path, a new direction, it is one that's going to offer success and happiness. Have faith, because the universe is pushing you forward and up into places you couldn't imagine, because you are seeing it from this little, standpoint. So things are going to move quick, going to move in a direction. It's going to be a new beginning. And all because you stood. It's like that final hurdle. Virgo is that final hurdle. You can do this. You got this. Lean on others who are wise and you, guide you. Ask for only those kinds of people advice. Sleep on it. Take a stand. Because whatever you fear, the idea, I promise you, is far worse than the reality. You're going to be blessed. Whenever you do things out of self-love and value and self-respect, blessed every time. I hope this serves you. If you like a more in-depth reading or a distance healing session, let me know. Otherwise, Virgo, you got this, and I will see you next week for next week's readings.